So yesterday I had an encounter with a tarot reader who was trying to make me feel less for not vibing with people and that I should be creating a content in a more authentic space. Basically, targeting my contents because I was exposing the corruption in the tarot community. You see gang stalking, whether experienced literally or as a form of psychological targeting, relies heavily on psychological warfare. And one of its most powerful tactics is to make the target feel isolated, misunderstood, paranoid or delusional, and like it is you against the world. So here's why that is such a central tactic. One, isolation weakens the spirit. So when you feel isolated or ostracized, you start to doubt yourself, your perception, and even your sanity. That mental and emotional fragmentation disempowers you, which is exactly the goal. An isolated person is easier to control, manipulate, or silence. To you against the world is meant to break your psyche. The psychological message is no one will believe you. Everyone is in on it, and you're alone. So this narrative is deeply destabilizing because it separates you from your support systems and causes self-doubt. Over time, this can lead to emotional exhaustion, depression, or paranoia, making it harder to stay grounded in your truth. 3, it mirrors spiritual warfare. In a spiritual sense, this tactic tries to sever your connection to divine guidance. If you're too distracted by survival mode or emotional pain, you are less able to hear your higher self, your ancestors, or source. It is not just psychological, it is energetic interference. 4, it feeds up perception and fear. Gang stalking rarely needs large numbers of people to be effective, although they do go by large numbers but doesn't mean they are effective. Instead, it uses covert suggestions, coincidences, and manipulations to shape the target's perception. So, the moment you start to second guess your intuition or distrust everyone, the trap has already been sprung. 5 is a program of inversion. So some people do have the gift of perception and sees through the illusions. Someone who speaks truth or carries a spiritual mission, and the tactic flips your gifts against you. Your ability flips your ability to perceive deeply is manipulated to making you feel cursed instead of cold. So the truth. Life isn't about vibing with everyone because we're all on different frequencies. People have different values, experiences, and emotional maturities. Not everyone will align with your energy, and that is not only normal, it is necessary for growth and discernment. 2, authenticity requires boundaries. Trying to vibe with everyone often means compromising parts of yourself. Being authentic means accepting that everyone will get you, and that is okay. 3, contrast teaches clarity. When you don't vibe with someone, it can show you what you do want in relationships, friendships, or collaborations. And misalignment sharpens self-awareness. 4, spiritual and personal growth are selective. Some connections are meant to challenge you, others to support you, and some just to pass through. Not everyone is meant to walk every part of your path with you. And 5, energetic protection. Your peace is sacred. Trying to match energies with everyone can leave you drained or entangled in some drama that is not meant for you. Discernment is part of spiritual self-care. In short, we are not here to resonate with everyone. We are here to be true to our essence and find the few who will. Vibing with everyone means doing anything and everything trending just to vibe. This will never come from an authentic space.